Good morning, class. Now, today we will start the new topic in the government budget chapter, types of a budget. There are the three types of the budget. First, balanced budget. Second, deficit budget. And third one is the surplus budget. So, first, let's start with the balanced budget. Balanced budget is that budget in which government estimated receipts are equal to the government estimated expenditure. That means the revenue receipts and the capital receipts are equal to the revenue expenditure and capital expenditure. Some merits are also there of such type of the budget and some drawbacks are also there. Merit of such type of the budget is it ensures the financial stability and it avoids the wasteful expenditure of the government. But at the same time, some demerits are also there of such type of the budget. First, it does not offer any solution to the problem of unemployment during depression in the developed countries. Because in the developed countries, we need some policies, plans which should be planned in the budget. If there will be a balanced budget, then no plans and the policies will be framed for the developed countries. Second problem, it cannot solve the problem of inflation and deflation. Now, the second type of the budget which we are going to discuss, that is the deficit budget. Deficit budget is that budget in which estimated government expenditures are greater than government receipts. That means in such type of the budget, expenditures are greater than the receipts. Merit, it accelerates the economic growth. Second, it enables to undertake welfare programs of the people. And third, it is desired during the period of a deflation. That means this type of the budget is beneficial for the less developed countries or for the developing countries because it accelerates the economic growth. That means when the expenditures are more, means the government is spending or maybe the government is doing the more expenditure, and such type of the budget is beneficial during the period of the deflation when the government has to use its fiscal policy. So for the less developed or the developing countries, this budget is beneficial, not the balanced one. Now, demerits of such type of the budget is, first, it encourages wasteful and the unnecessary expenditure of the government, right? Second, it may lead to the financial and the political instability also. And the last one, it is not desired during the period of inflation. This budget is beneficial during the time period of a deflation. Now, let's start the third type of the budget, that is the surplus budget. Surplus budget, this is the budget in which government estimated receipts are greater than government expenditure. That means here earning is more, revenue is more as compared to the expenditure of the government. Now, merit of such type of the budget, surplus budget is desired during the inflationary gap in the country. Why? It helps in correction of the inflationary gap by lowering the level of aggregate demand in the country. Now, the drawbacks of such type of the budget is it is not desired during the period of a deflation. So, in short, balanced budget in which the estimated government receipts are equal to the estimated government expenditure. Deficit means when the receipts are lesser than the expenditure of the government, and surplus budget is that budget in which receipts are greater than the expenditure. Now, after this topic, let's start the budget deficit. Now, the next topic in this chapter, that is budget deficit. Deficit, we know when the total expenditure exceeds the total receipts, that is the budget receipts, or maybe it refers to a situation when the budget expenditure of the government are greater than the budget receipts. That means total expenditure, that means budget expenditure minus budget receipts. So budget expenditure, revenue expenditure plus capital expenditure minus budget receipts, revenue receipts plus capital receipts. So that means when budget expenditure minus budget revenue is equal to the budget deficit, and deficit arises in the economy when total expenditure or the budget expenditure exceeds the budget receipts. That is the meaning of a budget deficit. Now let's start the next topic, that is the types of budget deficit. There are the three types of budget deficit. First we are going to start revenue deficit. Now, the first type of the budget deficit is revenue deficit. Revenue deficit is RD, and revenue deficit is the situation, it is the excess of the government total revenue expenditure over total revenue receipts during a given fiscal year. That means this type of the deficit arises when the total revenue expenditure exceed the revenue receipts. That means RE is greater than RR. That means revenue expenditure is greater than revenue receipts. So what does this situation indicates? Its implications are, first of all, government spending more than income. That means the revenue deficit includes only those transactions that affect the current income and expenditure of the government. So revenue deficit implies that the government is dissaving and is using up the savings of the other sectors of the economy to finance as a part of its consumption expenditure. Or in other words, we can say it indicates that the government is spending more than income. Jitni revenue nahi hai, more than that the government is spending. So that means when the government is spending more than the income, so revenue deficit implies that now in such type of the situation, the government has to finance from the capital receipts. Then when the revenue expenditure exceeds than the revenue receipts, in such a situation revenue deficit arises. So in this situation the government has to finance from its capital receipts. That means through the borrowings or maybe through the sale of the shares. So that means the government has to use its capital receipts by borrowing or by the selling or by the disinvestment. So a larger revenue deficit means large borrowing. Obviously, a large revenue deficit means large borrowing for meeting the expenditure or maybe for the normal functioning of the government. So large borrowings will result in increased revenue expenditure and a larger revenue deficit. That means whenever such type of the situation arises, revenue deficit, that means the government is spending more than its income, and to cope up from this situation, the government has to finance from the capital receipts. That means with the help of the borrowings or with the help of the disinvestment, the government has to finance this deficit only. So more large revenue deficit means large borrowing. That means if this type of the deficit arises in the economy, the government has to finance or maybe they have to take more borrowings. More borrowings leads to the more revenue expenditure, and more revenue expenditure leads to the revenue deficit. And borrowed funds are always used to finance the consumption expenditure of the government, which leads to the inflationary situation in the economy, and this would mean lower growth and adverse welfare implications. So revenue deficit, the implications are these. Now how we can reduce this situation? Two ways are there by which we can reduce the revenue deficit. First, curtail expenditure. That means for reducing the revenue deficit, the government should reduce its expenditure and avoid unnecessary and the wasteful expenditure. And the second thing, raise more taxes. The government should raise more tax revenues, but in country like India, we cannot raise the more taxes also. So first of all, the types of the budget deficit, the first type we discussed over here, that is the revenue deficit. This situation means when revenue expenditures are greater than the revenue receipts. So formula is revenue expenditure minus revenue receipts. And what are the implications of this deficit? That means this deficit arises in the economy when the government is spending more than its income. So to cope up from this situation, the government has to finance from the capital receipts by borrowings or by the disinvestment. More borrowings means more revenue expenditure. More revenue expenditure leads to the more revenue deficit, and it leads to the inflationary situation, which automatically hampers the growth of the economy. Now let's start the second type of the budget deficit. Now the second type of the deficit is fiscal deficit. Fiscal deficit is the excess of the total expenditure over total receipts excluding borrowings during a given fiscal year. Total expenditure minus total receipts, it is written over here. Or in other words, fiscal deficit is the difference between the government's total expenditure and its total receipts excluding borrowings. Borrowings, that means debt creating capital receipts. Yeah, non-debt creating capital receipts. Non-debt creating capital receipts are those receipts which do not give rise to the debt, like which are not borrowings. For example, recovery of loans, yeah, disinvestment. Okay, so that is why total expenditure minus total receipts other than the borrowings, that means non-debt creating capital receipts which are not borrowings. For example, recovery of loans, disinvestment. Okay, and total expenditure means revenue expenditure plus capital expenditure minus revenue receipts plus capital receipts. If this thing is not given, plan plus non-plan, development plus non-development also you can use. So total expenditure minus total receipts. One thing also I have written over here, that fiscal deficit is equals to the borrowings. The fiscal deficit will have to be financed through borrowings. So thus it indicates the total borrowings requirements of the government from all the sources. From all the sources, that's like net borrowing at home plus borrowing from central bank plus borrowing from abroad. So fiscal deficit is equals to the borrowings. Net borrowing at home plus borrowings from central bank plus borrowing from abroad. So fiscal deficit is equals to borrowings also. So fiscal deficit, total expenditure minus total receipts other than borrowings. Other than borrowings, that means non-debt creating capital receipts. But fiscal deficit is equals to the borrowings, that means the fiscal deficit will have to be financed through the borrowings, that is why. Now let's discuss the implications of the fiscal deficit. First is debt trap. Debt trap, that means deficit multiply borrowings. That means greater fiscal deficit implies greater borrowings, which increase the future liability of the government in the form of a payment of interest and repayment of loans. So debt trap means more borrowings the government has to take to cope up from the fiscal deficit. So more borrowings, that means more liability over the government to repay the amount along with the rate of interest, and payment of interest increases the revenue expenditure. So this may increase the revenue deficit, and this may lead to more borrowing and more interest payments. Okay, so that means how the debt trap is, that means how the country will indulge in the debt trap. That means just to cope up from the fiscal deficit, the government will take the borrowings. More borrowings, it create the liability over the government. That means liability of the interest payment and the repayment of the loans. More payment of the interest increases, it increases the revenue expenditure. More revenue expenditure, that means it creates the revenue deficit, the first type of the deficit which we have discussed. More revenue expenditure increases the revenue deficit, and to cope up from the revenue deficit, again the government has to take the more borrowings. More borrowings again create the liability over the government to repay the money. So it is known as a debt trap. Okay, now second implication is inflation. Fiscal deficit implies that the government has to borrow to meet this deficit. So government generally borrows from RBI, or RBI prints more currency to meet the fiscal deficit. So it increases the circulation of a money supply in the economy, which causes inflation in the economy. Third one, increase in the foreign dependence. Increase in the foreign dependence means the government, just to cope up from this fiscal deficit, the government has to take the borrowings, right? So government can borrow from RBI or maybe from rest of the world. So it increases the dependence of the government on the other country. And when we are dependent on the other country, it automatically affects the future growth and the development of the country. Reason behind, because the financial burden of the borrowings, that means the repayment of the loans along with interest payments, will be on the future generation, which hampers the future growth and the development of the country. So this is your second type of the deficit, that is fiscal deficit. Fiscal deficit is the situation when the budget expenditure exceeds the budget receipts, or maybe total expenditure minus total receipts other than borrowings. Other than borrowings, that means your non-debt creating receipts. Non-debt creating receipts are those receipts which do not give rise to the debt, that means which are not borrowings. Okay, just like recovery of the loan है आपका disinvestment है. But fiscal deficit is equals to the borrowings. Reason behind that, fiscal deficit has to be financed through the borrowings only. And these are the implications. Just because of the fiscal deficit, economy indulge in the debt trap, because to cope up from this situation, the government will borrow the money. More borrowings means more liability of the repayment of the loan along with interest payment. More interest payment, more revenue expenditure, and revenue expenditure, if it exceeds, it creates revenue deficit. More revenue deficit can be solved by borrowing more money from the rest of the world. More borrowings again create the liability of the interest payment. So in that way the economy will come in the debt trap. And whenever such type of the situation is there, inflation increases, because RBI issues the more currency, and more currency whenever it is issued, it increases the inflation. And maybe the government can borrow the money from rest of the world, which creates the more foreign dependence. And when we are dependent on the foreign countries, it affects the future growth and the development, because ultimately the future generation has to pay the repayment of the loans, and they have to pay the interest amounts. Now the last type of the deficit is primary deficit. It is the difference between the fiscal deficit and the interest payments. And what is the implication of the primary deficit? It indicates how much government borrowings are required to meet its existing expenses other than interest payments on the public debt. And the zero primary deficit means that the government has to resort to borrowing only to meet its interest payment on public debt. It is not adding to the existing loans. So these are the three type of the budget deficit: revenue deficit, fiscal deficit, and the last one is your primary deficit. So at last, revenue deficit means revenue expenditure minus revenue receipts, or revenue expenditure exceeds revenue receipts, then revenue deficit arises. Fiscal deficit, budget expenditure minus budget receipts, total budget expenditure minus total budget receipts other than the borrowings. And your primary deficit is equals to fiscal deficit minus interest payments. These are the three types of the deficit.